Hi, this is Spencer Stott, and this is a video for Traffic Safety Merit Badge Requirement 5B. So I have to discuss with at least 3 other teenagers my findings from 5 different websites that I found that deal with traffic safety advice for teens. So I have 5 websites pulled up on this PC. I'm going to go over them, and I'm going to pull up some of the notes and the tips that I got from the websites. Okay. And we have at least 3 teenagers here.
Hello, I'm a fellow teenager.
Yes. So this one is Mercury Insurance. Okay, 12 safe driving tips for teens. So 1, get to know your car. It sounds like being familiar with your car and all of the tools and safety devices in your car will help you to drive safer. What do you all think?
I agree. I mean, sometimes cars can have features that can be a little bit confusing. And also, when you get to know your car, you can also figure out the engine, save you a lot of money, and that can also be a hazard if it's not treated properly. So it's always good to know exactly what you're driving.
That's true. Okay, 3rd point, remove distractions. So distracted driving is not safe. You agree?
Yes.
I agree.
What are some distractions that can happen when you drive?
Emotions.
Texting.
Emotions, texting, that's
Food.
good.
I'm a very
Friends,
bad...
music.
All good points.
Social interaction.
Pretty rainbows.
Okay,
You.
so it sounds
Other
like
cars.
removing those before you start driving will help you to be safe while you drive. Okay. Some of the other points that I found on here. Don't drink and drive.
Yeah, Christian.
Well, I drink water and drive, but I see where this is going. Thanks, Spencer.
Always have a designated driver.
Designated driver, yep.
That's a good idea. Okay.
When me and my fellow teenagers are hanging out, it's always great to have a designated driver.
Are you drinking?
Water.
Okay.
As long as I don't drink water, they're good.
This next website is Life, Family, and Fun. So we're going to go over some tips from this website too.
She's got a car.
If I can find the tips. Yeah, I don't. Oh, wait.
A prime example of a distraction could be this laptop. Maybe someone needs to search something up while on the highway and they pull out their laptop. So kids, don't drive and search on your laptop.
Or on your phone.
Or on your phone.
Which, interestingly enough, police officers use their laptop in their car, so.
It's gotta prove something.
Okay, talking on the cell phone and driving don't mix. Okay, so even if you're on the phone and you're looking at the road, how could that distract you from driving?
Your mind is on
Takes
the
your mind off the
conversation,
road.
Yeah.
not the road.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Good team.
Okay, never have the cruise control on when it's raining. Do all of you know what cruise control is?
Yes.
Self-drive. I'm just kidding.
Kind of. So why would it not be a good idea to have it on while it's raining?
Because people are braking and it's really
Hydroplane.
slippery.
Yeah, anything could happen.
Exactly, so you need to be able to stop very quickly, unpredictably. So it's not good to have your speed set to like a constant.
You know what, Spencer? This really means a lot because I used to use cruise control and drive in the rain. But now I won't because I know it's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Spencer.
Try and find the other tips on this website. You know what, we're gonna go to the other website. Okay, 3rd website. Okay. We're gonna talk about obeying traffic lights, stop signs, and traffic laws. So, when you drive, you shouldn't run red lights. And even when the light is green, you should make sure the intersection is clear before going through, because most collisions at intersections happen when people run red lights and they run into opposing traffic. Okay, why would it be important to follow other traffic laws such as the speed limit or staying in the right lane and following traffic signs?
So you don't run into anybody?
Or
If you're in the wrong lane, you're going the wrong way.
Their signs
As my
tell
papa
you to
used
go
to
the wrong
always
way.
say.
Okay, Good.
If it ain't green, don't go.
Okay. Yeah. Fourth website. Okay. This one talks a lot about using the safety devices in your car, such as the seat belt, the airbag, and your car lights. So buckling up is important because, well, I'm trying to find the statistic here. In fatal crashes of 16 to 20-year-olds, 60% of those teens were unbuckled. So that is why it's important to wear your seatbelt. It keeps you from launching forward in the event of a frontal collision.
Now, Spencer, I have a question. When I was a young boy a long time ago, now I'm a teenager. I used to ride in the back of the car and I'd take the top part of the seatbelt off because it was uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how more likely am I to die doing that than having it on?
So yeah, let's talk about how to properly use a seatbelt and why that's important. So the
Yes.
seatbelt, the bottom part should go across your hip bones and not your abdomen, because the hip bones are the solid part in your body, and if you have your belt on your abdomen and your stomach, that's very squishy. So if you're launched forward, it'll just like completely destroy your internal organs, because you're basically just like getting like snapped in the stomach with your belt.
That's painful.
Should be on your hip bones. And it's important to have the top part going from one of your hip bones to your shoulder. You want to have these strong points of contact, which will keep your body in the seat if a car hits you.
It'll
That's
also
great to
help
know.
your head go back on the head protector.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's true. Head restraints
head reach
also
is
help,
there.
because if you're rear-ended, then your head will go back, but the head restraint keeps your neck from snapping.
We don't want to
I'm just
send
not
you.
learning that. It's
Okay.
more called a headrest.
Other note from this website that I thought was interesting was watch the weather. So I think this is something that some people don't really think about. But situations like precipitation or high winds can make driving more difficult and less safe.
Yeah, you
So-
don't want to drive in a hurricane.
So how would you respond to those situations? How would you prevent them?
Don't drive.
Okay.
Just be aware of what may be coming.
Right, look at the
Be aware of your
forecast.
surroundings.
Okay, let's look at the final website. Okay. This one says to accelerate slowly. Why would that be important?
To be sure that there are no other cars coming.
And you can get out of control if you speed up too fast.
As a fellow car, I can only accelerate slowly. As a fellow car owner, my car doesn't go that fast, so I can only accelerate slowly.
Well, that fixes the
I
problem.
think all cars should do that.
Okay.
As a fellow car, I accelerate very slowly.
Yes. Okay. And this one talks about following distance. So when you drive, you want to have a different following distance depending on the situation, like your speed or if it's raining. So why is that important?
So that if they
You have
stop,
time to stop.
You have time to stop, yeah.
Right, you
You
can
don't
avoid
just, like,
collisions with
rear
other
end them.
cars.
Also, sometimes you're cruising down the road, you get really into the music, and sometimes you need that distance so you can really jam out and vibe with your music.
Right.
Or just have your car crash.
Okay, so in conclusion, just some points that I noted down from these websites. Being familiar with your car creates a safer driving experience. Eliminating distractions before you start driving helps you to be safer and puts you in situations where you aren't tempted to distract yourself. You shouldn't use cruise control when it's raining. And you should check to make sure that all the safety devices in your car are working, like your lights and your mirrors. And yeah, that's what I wrote down from these websites. So I think you all have learned something about traffic safety today.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
Spencer just saved my life, and I am eternally grateful every time I get on the road and drive. I will think of Spencer and how great of a man he is.
That is a distraction.
I mean, I will focus on the road,
It's
but when I stop, I will think about Spencer's rules and process them through.
Thank you.